Hey guys, Aaron Dorr here with Washington Gun Rights with a major update for you on Senate. The latest middle finger from Jay Inslee and Bob Ferguson to law-abiding gun owners here in Washington State. Guys, if you're pressed for time, as always, you know what to do. Hit the link below or above the broadcast. Sign your petition. Send your automatic email into the legislature so your lawmakers in Olympia know you are 100% opposed to every bit of Jay Inslee's war against our gun rights. We're talking about SB 5963. This is that would literally make it a crime for you and I to own a firearm here in Washington State unless we carry civil liability insurance first. I'm going to say that again. These commies want to make you and I into criminals if we own a firearm, not, as we understand it, not just new firearms, but our existing firearms. To own those, we would first be required to obtain some sort of civil liability insurance first. It is absolutely unconstitutional for starters. Everyone knows that. There's nothing. This is the definition of infringing on our gun rights. Number two, it violates the Bruin decision from 2 years ago. And for those who might not have heard this, the Bruin decision from the Supreme Court says that any gun control laws, current gun control laws and future gun control laws, have to show a historical precedent as part of proving themselves to be constitutional. There's no precedent in American history for the government requiring that we carry insurance to buy a firearm. This is absolutely absurd. Guys, again, hit the link, sign your petition, make your voice heard. But the third thing here about all this is that it's not even practical, even if we wanted to bend the knee and comply with this tyrannical BS, because Washington State already ran the companies that sold this kind of insurance out of here some years ago. Here's some screenshots for you. I'm going to dump some things off my screen here and give you guys some pictures here. This is our lovely and heavy sarcasm intended insurance commissioner, Mike Kreidler. If you don't know Mike Kreidler, he's a raging commie. He served in legislature all the way back in the 70s, back in the Stone Ages. He was a commie then, and he's a commie now. And he's made it his mission in life to ruin companies that try to sell prepaid legal services. This is back in 2019. This is the NRA Carry Guard program. They deemed it murder insurance, and they ran them out of the state with a massive fine to go along with it. Then a year later, the same thing happened to the Armed Citizens Legal Defense Network. I believe their fine was $170,000, and they were kicked out of the state because, again, they deem it murder insurance. That is, Kreidler does. Now, what's amazing is always the hypocrisy of these people. Mike Kreidler is such a scoundrel. He's so personally, morally corrupt that his scandals have caught up to him. And he was asked, even by Inslee, talk about a radical leftist, he asked Kreidler to leave. He wouldn't leave his position. He's not going to run again. But these people have no shame. First, they say it's murder insurance to buy this insurance, get out of Washington State. Then they say, oh, to gun owners, you want to buy a gun? You have to buy prepaid or some sort of civil liability insurance first. It's absolutely insane. Absolutely insulting. And of course, we all know who this benefits, right? And it's only rapists, robbers, murderers, and all the rest of the violent predators that have ruined almost every big city in the state. I mean, I don't know about you, but I haven't heard of a rapist who walks around with an insurance policy that protects him. I haven't heard about that from an armed robber, murderers, anybody else. They're never going to abide by this, obviously. We're going to be victimized by this, obviously. And that's why we have got to shut this down. Guys, the good news is this. I guess the bad news first. The bad news is that it's already been heard in committee. That's not good. The good news is the committee has not yet advanced it out of the committee. And that means with sufficient pressure, we may yet be able to shut down. And that's why you have to help us, guys, by hitting that link and taking action right away. There are still Democrats in the legislature who don't want to have to answer for gun control votes in their districts at election time. It is an election year. Democrats have a pretty slim majority over the state Senate right now, and a growing number of them do not want to deal with more gun control this session. So, guys, get loud, make noise, make your voice heard here in Olympia. Share these videos far and wide on social media. If you want to get more involved, go to joinwgr.com. or our full website, washingtongunrights.org, to get more involved and get more information. Guys, share our video and stay free.